There. And then I will give you the spotlight.
Okay.
Oh.
So we're recording now?
Uh-huh. We're good. We're good.
All right, so I'm gonna do my disclosure again. I've back tested all my playbooks, and I designed the playbooks according to what the market is doing. And the back testing, the results I'm gonna show you guys is really good. I have not been able to execute them in real time. A lot of times I'm still making a lot of mistakes, but I know it works. So I'm gonna share the futures strategies that I do, and if you guys, have any questions, just let me know along the way. Let me see
And
how
you trade in
I
Trading View, right? Directly in Trading View.
trading view. Yep.
Okay.
How do I share it here?
Down at
Um,
the bottom, there's a little green share button.
Yeah.
Is on the top or on the bottom?
Bottom.
Oh, share. That shared my screen?
Mm-hmm.
Then you have to choose your
Okay.
screen. Yeah,
Okay.
there it goes.
You see my screen?
It's
Yep.
coming.
Great.
We see the Traders Lab. Oh, okay. I see the Zoom
And Zoom.
screen.
Okay,
There
so
you go.
all right, so let me start. All right, so this is the back testing. Those are the main ones. So I have one, two, three, is well, four. It's four different playbooks that I put together. So one is for when the market is ranging, which is mainly reversals, right? Because we get to like a resistance on the higher time frame, like previous days high, and then reverses, and so that's based on a lot of reversal setups. Then when it's downtrending, it's mainly how we trade usually, just trending market. It's more aggressive than the uptrending. When downtrading, I take immediate retests. And then exhaustion playbook is when you either trending or you break out of range and you start trending, and then it's more towards the end of the day, which is really good for like if you miss a setup during the day and you patient enough to stay until like 11:30, 12. I feel like the ES offers a lot of those exhaustion of the move where it just hits a main resistance and then it crashes down basically. And then the regular uptrending playbooks. So I have like, different rules for each playbook, which I can share like with you guys later, but let me show you like how I traded futures. So I trade the micro yes.
Mm-hmm.
If beginning and you don't want to spend a lot of money and you know keep your risk tight, I think the micro yes is good. um my risk with the micro yes when I trade like three contracts is between 70 to $100, which is not that much. And it's really easy, like, so you connect your broker, like you see this tab here that says trade right there. If you press there, I'm already connected to my broker. I use TradeStation, but it has like a big list of different brokers. You just gotta find your broker there, and it will allow you to trade right off the platform. So I'm on a simulator now, but the market is not open. So usually, like, if I go to like the 1 minute, I am in a 1 minute chart. So I go to 1 minute chart. I want to place an order. You have here your market limit, stop, and stop limit. What I really like is the stop. So if I want to because if I want to buy something, I can click on like stop buy, and I can drag this, and let's say like, oh, I want to buy, but I want to buy when this candle like moves past this, like exactly past this next, like this green candle right here, right? So I place that stop buy there and I press, which is not well, they went through. Okay, so I press, and then once this candle crosses that point, it'll pick up my order. And like if I usually just do hard stops. And that's what I like about the futures is that I don't have to worry about like a candle closure, when the candle is gonna close. I just set my stop and I leave it there, you know? So I already know like how much I'm risking, and that's not gonna go over that. The only thing with that is that you have to really know where to place your stop. And a lot of people argue, like even with trading options, Hayden told me that. He's like, Hayden doesn't wait for the full candle closure because you're just increasing a lot of your risk. And when you're trying to grow your account, I feel like, you know, your losers are always kind of want to be, they're going to be bigger than your winners if you do that, because you know, the candles they move so quickly, and if you're waiting for a whole full candle closure, then now you're losing a lot of money, right? So like to me, if you have the right stop, very, very like almost never happens. Like if the trade plays out my way, it never happens that it wicks me out of the trade. Like I've had that happen maybe once in like 3 months, you know, it's like it really never happens.
Do you give yourself just enough room, Francine, like below whatever your mark is there, in case it
Yeah,
does wick down?
like for instance, let me see if I can. This what day is it? This is Friday, right? Oh, Friday. Oh, Eileen, this is the move that you caught. I'm so happy that you caught this move here.
Yeah, she did.
That was luck.
That was like,
That was
I was looking
pure
at
luck.
that. I'm like, oh my God, people that enter on the
I
reclaim are
did.
so happy
Yeah.
right now.
It was
Yeah.
like I think it was like 300, right? Per
That was 300. That was like, oh,
Jesus.
what
That's
the
awesome.
F
Wow.
that I
That's
That's
left.
called
so awesome.
aggression. That's me. I trade aggressive and I like it.
I was like,
So
that looks like a reclaim. I need to go in.
I was thinking about taking this reclaim too. I didn't enter because I didn't like that kind of broke this structure here. So I was like, let me wait for a retest confirmation, and then boom, I'm like, okay.
So if you took this on futures, is it the same amount of profit?
So the futures, you know, they move. It's not exponential like options, right?
It's
So
like
you don't have
1250 a tick or
like you
something.
don't have the time factor that you
In the
have
Greeks. Yeah.
with, yeah, the Greeks. So it like your risk is calculated. You're always gonna know what your risk is, and you're not gonna gain, you know, as much as with options, I feel like. But you can also trade, you know, I could also trade the ES. It's just, you know, it's a
More
lot, it's
expensive.
more money. But
Yeah.
for I feel like for now it's better for me because I don't want like I want to have a calculated risk, and I want to have a little more security while I'm learning. And then, you know, maybe later like um what's his name? Um our mentor, oh gosh, I blanked. Neto, like Neto, he traced the same expiration, the zero
Yeah.
DTs, and like, you know, but he's really good at it, so he can, you know, he can manage that really well. But I think for now, this is more safe for me. Um, so okay, so let's simulate. Let's go like the day before that because I don't feel there's like a lot of. Let's see here. Uh, wow, this was a really choppy day. Okay, so this is how I do it. So if you look the daily on futures on the ES, well, the difference is that those daily candles, they're different, right? Because the hour works differently. Like
Yeah, it's 24 hours.
they finish like I think at 6 p.m. or 5 or 6, and then they start again at 8, and then they go until the next day. So with futures, I do more, I think he respects more the hourly chart than the daily candles. So I look at the daily candles, but I really chart on the 1 hour. And I look a lot for like those patterns, like the head and shoulders, or the like the inverted, like whatever the cups, like the rising bottles. And then I just mark the 1 hour level. So I also don't mark on the wick, I mark on the candles, on the body of the candles. And I feel like he really respects those levels. So I like this is how I would mark them. Like every pivot like that on the 1 hour, like I would mark them.
Francine, you know what works really well with futures?
What?
Do you know what works really well with futures?
I'm sorry, what was the question?
Can you hear me? I said, do you know what works really well with futures? Like in terms of
What
like
word?
strategy? Yeah. Can you hear me?
Yes. Yes, I've been only trading futures for the past
You sh-
3 months.
you
So
should you should look at if you don't mind me saying, you should look at the Wyckoff system.
Wyckoff, I never
Yeah,
heard.
it basically focuses on market cycles.
Oh,
And with ES, it probably more so than Nvidia and the tech companies, it respects market cycles.
mm-hmm,
And literally looking, so it can get really complicated. Like these are the books. There's three
mm-hmm.
here,
Oh,
and they're amazing. Yeah, it's all about the white
if you can put it on the chat for us, that'll be great.
yeah. In absolute simple terms, um, the simplest way to explain Wyckoff is an acronym called AMD, and that stands for no, it's not AMD, is it, mate? It's distribute, no, it's accumulation, distribution, and manipulation, right? And if you look at, the big downward candle, um, if you go left, 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 more left. That no, right on the number 12 to 13, day 12 to 13.
Oh, this one
See
here?
there? Okay, so that's called distribution. Okay, and then after distribution basically distribution is the sell-off, accumulation is the buying. So that massive pattern there, that's distribution, and then after that you'll have consolidation.
Right.
Okay, which he calls accumulation. That's where they start buying, and
Mm-hmm.
just before the cycle goes back up, you'll have manipulation. So if you got the red arrow,
The red arrow. Oh,
between
that's the
70,
order.
right, the one just before,
Uh-huh.
just before. You see how it wicks down?
Yeah.
You see that? You see, so if you look at if you look at that consolidation, that's the manipulation. So
Mm-hmm.
it's called it's basically a liquidity sweep
Yeah.
just before, and you'll see this pattern on futures again and again and again and again. So just for it's like it's legit.
Yeah, no, for
Um,
sure. It's very interesting. And that's one thing I realized too with trading futures. Like every time we have a big movement like this, usually like the next day is kind of choppy because you have
right.
the expansion and like consolidates and then the consolidates to expand again, right? So I'm always kind of like watchful when we have like a big trending day like that because the following day is usually like consolidation, right? So yeah, that makes a lot of sense. If you can put it on the chat, those books, that would be
Yeah, no, I will do. I'll do it now.
thank you. Yeah, so do you guys have any doubts of like how do I level like with the 1 hour? Why do I put the levels the way I did right here? I don't know.
It makes sense to me. It's pretty clear.
It's clear, right?
Yeah, it's very clear.
Okay. Yeah, so then I just go like on the 15
So
and
I
then
do have a question, Francis. So are you basically using the same break retest, basically the Trader Lab setups and entry models on the
so
or
Neto,
is it
I follow more Neto because he trades the SPY.
okay?
And I feel like on Trader's Lab, the guys trade more the tech names.
Yeah.
Neto, that's all he trades, the SPY. So it's the same, but I think the levels might be a little different.
He
Um,
posts his levels in the morning and then he calls it like the break retest boom.
exactly.
Yeah.
That's what I do
That is
too.
his thing.
Is
Like,
this, yeah.
It's
and
not a
then
traditional BNR.
right, and then he
Very
also
custom.
likes reclaims. Like he
Yes,
finds
like me. Yeah.
like a reclaim. Now this is
Yeah.
Vincent, reclaim ripper.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
Neto likes to break retest boom.
Uh-huh. Yeah, so like with the futures, I can't go on a daily and mark the high and the low. I have to go on the 15-minute because this is all after hours, you know? So the daily is a little off. So you gotta go like after you pull all your 1 hour levels, you go on the 15 and you find the low of the day because it has to be during market hours low and during market hours high, right? So it's
Mm,
here. This is my previous day high, previous day low, right there.
got it.
I also check the 4 hour too, just to have like make sure my levels are correct. That makes sense. And then you go here to the 1 minute and oh, oh, oh. Mhm. Oh, the they have the futures levels indicator as well,
Mm,
which I use. Like I'm gonna put show here. Now this is showing me the pre-market high and the pre-market low. And now it's gonna show also like the 5 minute high, 5 minute low. So for futures, I don't use 1 minute high, 1 minute low. It doesn't respect the 1 minute. I only use like my setups are usually 5 minute high, 5 minute low, a lot of reversions and main level break and retest. So like on this case, like
large version.
I see, like if you see here, okay, we have a little bit of relative strength, not that much, but I would say, opening more bullish than bearish, right? So because it's not like for me to take a 5 minute setup, I'm looking for like a lot of relative strength at opening. Since I don't have that, I'm gonna wait to see the reaction on the main level of resistance, which will be your previous day high, right? So here, like we shoot up, but then we came down pretty hard. And now you have the shooting star candle. Now we're breaking down again. And then we break up again. So like you can't really do anything here, right?
Right.
So now that we're creating like a higher low and we're breaking up again, like this would be something to consider, but I would just wait. Like I would just wait for it to break at least this high, right? This order block high here. But even there, like now you have a 1 hour level right here, and this is a choppy market, like we're consolidating in a 1 hour. So I don't even think I traded this day. It just did nothing. Yeah, I didn't really trade this day. So I wouldn't even take a trade this day. So then let's see the day before. Okay. So we do this again. We move. This is the 1 hour. Okay, what day is this? Monday. Oh, this was a trending day. Okay, let's see. Where are we? Tuesday. Okay, I took a trade on Tuesday. Let's do the replay mode. Okay, Tuesday. Well, Tuesday 9. All right, so this is Tuesday. And we are in the 1 hour. We're gonna put the levels in the 1 hour. See, I will mark this pivot low right here. I do blue, the 1 hour. This pivot high. So when I mark the 1 hour level, you always kind of want to see what these double bottles are doing. Like when you see those two double like candles, like you see that that's an important level right here also. That kind of coincides with this one. Like some people they draw the zones, but I don't like the zones because it confuses me. So I just try to, kind of get all of that. What makes more sense is since this one is ending right here too, I would just put the level there. Yeah, like this one. Okay. Then will be this one. Now we go to 15. That's what I would put my previous day high in green. And the low. Okay. And then we have the futures level already. Is it showing the, okay, what time is this? Yeah, so you have the pre-market high, pre-market low. Then you go in the 1 hour. So what Netto does, which I do too now, is I pay attention on these pivots right here. Those areas, because those are supply and demand areas. And when you're trading, like a lot of times, that can be a resistance on your trading as well. So I don't usually mark them until like I start trading, then like sometimes I mark them just to kind of like know where they are, right? But I follow like the breakout structure basically. So like if you play this.
Can I ask a question, Francine?
Yeah.
It's more structural. So with trading futures, my understanding is you already have OCO, you have bracket order stuff set. So you're not going to just buy it and then set your stop. You're going to create it all at one time so that you don't get destroyed. Is that how you do it?
I'm gonna show you how I do it. Like let's see, like let's take a trade here. Okay, so this is showing relative strength, right?
Right.
Now not. So this is what the market's been doing, like
Yeah.
clear example. So I think here we hit the pre-market high. And then
Francine, quick question.
you're thinking, okay, this has relative strength, but now we break down and we see all this weakness here, and now we have a reversal candle right here. So now I'm thinking, okay, I can go short. This is actually one of my setups because if you look at this, it's kind of like a breaking retest boom. This is like a head and shoulders. those reversal setups is what I use from what the market is ranging. Like this is a clear example of a ranging market where it'll go to the top and then boom, reverses, right?
Very nice.
So I actually did not take this trade and I should have, but let me move this window here. Oh no. Okay, I click
Hey,
on
Francine, quick question. What are you doing with when you say relative strength? Who are you comparing this with?
what?
When you say it's relative strength, right?
Relative strength.
What are you comparing it with to determine that this has relative
Let's
strength or
buying
weakness?
pressure, right? Like here we had a lot of buying pressure, and then we broke pre-market high, and instead of continuing, like right here, we failed. So this is a clear sign of a reversal, and plus you can see like this kind of like head and shoulder right here. I was actually waiting for this to come back a little bit to give me like the shoulder, but it just didn't because it was just, it had a lot of weakness, so it just didn't want to come back a little more. So I was waiting for it's gonna come back a little more and then I'll take it, but it just kept going, and that's why I missed this trade. So I would click sell here. I think who asked me how do I take the order, but like so I would click sell. Like if you want a very accurate entry, you would click sell stop.
Mhm.
And then you have the sell stop here, and you can put exactly where why is it not? Well, you can put exactly where you want
Where
it.
you want it, yeah.
So you see there's this reversal candle right here. You would enter on the break of that candle, that green candle, right?
Mhm.
So the green candle body. So you would put it right here. And this is this prices invalid. Selecting prices invalid for this. Oh yeah, because I'm on replay mode. That's why. Okay. So you will click sell. Your order will be there. And the moment that this red candle crosses that line, it will pick up your order. And that's what I really like about this, because you can be very accurate with the entry. So then there's usually, because we don't see it here, but there's usually a scroll thing that you can just place your stop. Like I would put my stop right at the wick of this retest candle right here. And so my stop is there. I don't have to worry about it. And then I'll just click buy. And then you can put the units. Like if you had 3 contracts, you click one, and then once it goes to like, whatever 2R, you click buy one, and then boom, you sell one. And so forth. So it's like I think it's pretty easy to place orders like that.
And it shows you how much your max loss is as you're dragging that around, if I remember correctly.
Right, your stop. Yeah,
Yeah,
you'll
it'll
show
show
your
you.
stop. The only thing you gotta be careful that happens to me is like when you drag your stop loss, the profit target moves in tandem.
Right.
So
Yeah.
one time I dragged my stop first, and then it picked up, like it moved a little bit and picked up my profit target, and I was like, oh shit, so I was out of the trade. So I learned to just move my profit target way down and then put my stop loss. And then I actually exit my profit target, because if it picks up, it's going to pick up all your contracts. So I don't want that,
You haven't had any problems with fills?
Huh?
You haven't had any problems getting filled?
Never.
No, not with futures. It's
That's
the
one
most
thing I'd ever.
liquid. It's
I know it's
mu-
really liquid. I get that, but there are broker issues, and I've had friends who've just lost a ton of money because their stop got missed because it was so
Oh,
fast.
no, I never had a
So
problem.
That's good. Good, good, good.
I trade at Trade Station. I like
Mhm.
it. It's a really good broker, and it has really good fees too.
Yeah, that's what I was reading, that it's one of the betters for futures.
Yeah.
the futures has its own contracts. I've never traded futures, or I mean, it has its own contracts, or does it have option contracts on it? What
It's
So
is
like
it?
a
there are
leverage
option
contract.
futures. I
Oh,
don't.
that option. Okay.
There are option futures that's kind of new. I don't.
So is
I
that what you trade,
haven't.
or do you trade? I mean, what instrument are you trading?
No, just futures. Just
So
futures. I'm just trading the ES. And the good
Okay.
thing I like
It's kind of
about
like stock,
trading,
basically. Okay.
huh?
But
Mm.
futures. It's kind of like stocks, but futures, basically.
It's
Okay.
kind of like stocks, yeah.
Okay. Got it. Got it. Okay.
What I
I,
like about
I
it is
read
that
about
when
it.
you trade the ES, you don't have to look at anything else. Because I'm a little like distracted by nature. So like looking at a different like tickers, I'm like, oh, I see this like this one is moving, and then I'm ready to go on that one. Then I see something else, and then I jump, and I'm like, you know.
Yeah.
With this, I only look at the ES. I don't look at anything else. And I find like if you see how like Tesla and like how the main like names move and you see the ES charts, most of the time they're moving very similar too. So I'm like, why am I gonna look at anything else, you know?
And you just do MES, not NQ.
I just do ES.
MES, yeah, the micro.
I find that ES has a little more down movements that the Q does, and that's why I like it because I like to go short more than long. Like yes, it gives like this kind of movement, like even like so this is a day where it was not trending, but if you enter here, you know, like you could have done like that would be your stop. Like, you know, it's a 2 hour trade.
Could you zoom out, Francine? Let me see the chart to the left. You don't mind?
Um, Yeah, so this day also gave another reversal right here too. So if you miss this one, right there, see how double
Was
bottom
this the end
right
of an
here?
upwards trend? By the-
Huh?
Nice.
Was
What?
this the end of an upwards trend? Like what we're looking at here, prior to that, were we trading higher or lower? Just out of interest.
Prior to this day?
Prior
Um,
prior to the data that we've
the
got.
day before, you mean?
What did yeah. We were trading higher or lower? We were trading
We're in a
higher.
range,
We
I
were
think.
in range. We've
Range,
been in
yeah.
Oh yeah.
range for a while.
Yeah.
Yeah, see, this is what happened with the ES. There's a lot of reversals. Like, so if you
Mm.
know how to trade the reversals, you can get a trade right here, right up, and another trade right here, right down, you know?
Yep, yeah.
So those are more like the range plays, which is just reversal. Like this is a range place. This is a break of the what is it? The break test kaboom. The letter says there's like the boom and the kaboom when it goes up. So this would be the kaboom that you would just so once you form this low and you saw it break above pre-market low, then it came back, but it failed to make another new low, right? It made a lower high right here, which is basically retesting this
Yep.
the low of the day, right? It retested, it didn't break, and then it bounced up. So you would enter, I mean, to be safe, I would enter right here and then put my stop right here.
Yeah, yeah, nice tight.
And, you know, that was another good trade too. So on those rangy days, you can actually make money if you know how to trade this. I've been making a lot of mistakes. I've been kicking myself in the butt, but this was not a good month for me, but this is how I should be trading.
Didn't you also flip to going long instead of short?
No, I'm doing both now.
You're doing both? Okay.
I'm doing both now, but I'm a lot more selective with the longs than I am with the shorts.
Yeah, me too.
Because the longs you need a better break and retest to enter. The shorts, if you don't enter on like immediate retests like this on shorts, you miss the whole move.
Yep, yeah, you got to be aggressive on short.
You gotta be aggressive, yeah. So, any questions?
That's cool. Actually, one thing you could show, Francine, not in replay mode, but just because I think it's interesting, just on even today's chart or Friday's chart, whatever. When you do a buy sell bracket order, how you when you drag and drop the stuff, it shows you how much your loss is and then how much your profit would be if you sold it at whatever your target was.
Okay, all right,
Because
so
I think that's helpful. Options, we don't have that option, no pun intended, but
yeah, I'm
here
not
you
in,
do.
so I'm not in replay mode. Okay, so when you buy, okay, so let's say we're gonna buy like 3, right? You can buy limit as well.
Yep.
So if you buy limit, um, let's say you place, like, you don't want it to go, you don't want the order to pick up if it goes above a certain level, right? So let's say we put your limit here. This is the highest that you're gonna buy. That's how you know the setting the limit. And then you click buy. So buy limit. Once your order picks up, you will see the number here, how much is worth. So if it still says buy limit, it means it hasn't been picked up yet. But you can actually calculate your stop loss before your order gets picked up, like it
Yeah,
shows
that's
you
what I
right
like.
here.
Yeah.
So, you know, you
So,
put, yeah,
so
go ahead.
presumably you need a margin account, right? For futures. You need leverage, right?
It
Not on
depends on
micro.
which broker you use.
Because
Like,
you said 3 contracts. I mean, how
yeah,
much is three contracts?
this is
The
micro, yes.
micro. Is it
But
micro or mini?
Minis are cheaper,
Yeah,
even the
micro,
mid,
yes, you don't need a lot of capital to trade micro, yes.
like
And
1,800
each
maybe.
broker has their limits of how much you need in your account to trade futures. So you gotta check with your,
yeah.
I don't have a lot of money in this future account. I think I have maybe, I don't know, 6 grand.
How
So
many have you been able? How many contracts can you buy with 6K?
I haven't tried to buy a lot, but I think for like each contract you need maybe 250 in the account, depending what time of the day you're trading. If you're swinging them, you need a little more.
Yeah, interest.
Yeah.
But it's not that much.
They're like $250, $300 a contract.
Yeah, that's the limit that you need to have in the account.
Yeah, because you're borrowing on the margin. Yeah.
Yeah.
Francine, you're ordering straight from TradingView, right?
Yeah.
Is your account connected to TradingView? And then, that's why you could do that what do you call that? That order straight on
Yeah.
So yeah, so
Yeah.
that's my broker right
right
here, TradeStation. Let me log out
trade
so you can see.
station.
You
I
can also do it in the
So
it's
I
fine.
log out. So
Easy.
this is what happens. You go to
yeah,
your trade and you have all these brokers.
right. I've done
So
that before. That was my first forage into this is with Owanda for Forex. And
okay.
that is like so what you're showing it was yeah, it's familiar to
Mm-hmm.
me how that they're doing it. Because
Um,
with Forex you don't need a lot as well. So
and the
yeah,
nice
I
thing
see
is you can paper
Owanda.
trade all this too.
Yeah, and you can
TradingView has
paper
a nice
trade
paper
it.
trade.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I love the idea of just being able to, number one, just focus on one ticker and
Mm.
not have that kind of fear of loss. I might, because I don't know about you guys, but sometimes I feel like I'm always focusing on the wrong stock. So like I'll be like, right, I'm going to focus on the AMD, Nvidia, Tesla, and on that day,
Mm-hmm.
Intel and Amazon and Google will be
Yeah,
trending and
So many.
whatever. So
yeah.
I love, and also I love the idea that I do find the Greeks and the contract, especially now with the contracts being sort of daily and just staying on top of the IV, the delta, the right contract, blah
Yeah.
blah
I
blah.
sometimes
Calculating
like
your
for
risk.
me, when I was trading with options and like Nvidia would happen a lot where I would enter and then it's going in my direction but it's not moving and I'm like, what
Yeah,
the heck? You know, it's
that
it
I
was
can
the
feel
be
like
same
that
with
frustrating.
change really threw me off, like with the change in the DTEs.
zeros.
So
Yeah.
I was focusing on spot on the indices anyways because I'm learning it. But yeah, if like you could get like an Nvidia and it's not really moving. It's not
Or it's
doing
going
anything.
against you like it did me, and
Right. That's
ran in my
crazy.
way. It was awful.
So yeah,
But no
it's
more of
good.
that.
I like, I like the concept of like just looking at one thing and yeah. Francine, I do have a question.
Mhm.
Just from your, you learned from Scarface, Tony and Jack, and um what do you think is different about what you're doing now? And again, my follow-up, another question is that what made you decide that, oh, I'm gonna do, futures rather than what they're doing, what everyone else is doing.
So I had like a private class with I think it's Mamba Trades, that he trades
Mm,
futures.
Yep.
And he showed me, how kind of like the levels work with, the 1 hour level, how to kind of, and he showed me a little bit of how to use futures. And I think what drew me to futures was more the fact that it was so much easier to place the orders. And I'm always like with my heart pounding when like with options when it goes through my stop, and I'm like, okay, I have to press the button, I have to exit, but I have to wait
right.
for the candle closure.
Right.
So I wait, but now it's going up, and oh my god, and now it went up too high, and now I'm fucked, like excuse my language.
So true.
I think that made me like, okay, like I love just placing my stop there, knowing that's there. That was a big factor for me.
Hmm.
And then just seeing Neto, watching his reviews and how he trades the spy, I'm like, wow, like, and then I started back testing the breaking retest boom strategy, and I had great results. And I'm like, okay, Neto just trades SPY. Why, like, and then I asked Neto, what do you think about just trading? It's like, no, I think it's great because there's also like, knowing that like the more you trade the one thing, the more you're gonna know that
Right.
instrument,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
So knowing the ticker, I think and I mean again, I've only been trading only this for like 2, 3 months, not even 3 months. So I'm still getting to know SPY, but yeah, I feel there's plenty opportunities on Spy that I
Just
don't.
from Spy, right? Just from Spy, you could
Yeah.
get
Yeah, I don't need to look at
opportunity.
anything else. Like there's plenty opportunities in Spy.
Oh yeah.
Just gotta learn to capture them.
Right.
Most major
I'm re
algo
I'm re
traders go to futures. They just do.
Hmm.
Justin is now trading futures. I mean, Eileen, you've been watching him.
Oh, the
Right.
other thing I like too is that I can trade gold.
Yeah, yeah, you can trade anything,
Hmm.
So
any
that's the other
commodity.
thing. I have a strategy for gold. It's a swing strategy because gold moves very slow. I
Yeah.
tried to day trade gold once and I was like falling asleep.
Gold, titanium.
But like for the swing, let me show you the gold chart here. So I have a very like my strategy for swings in gold is super simple, and I have like back testing 66% result. Um, I have not taken a trade because you gotta risk more, but I'm gonna start doing that now.
Have
Yeah.
Uh,
you watched anything from Tori Trades, Francine?
from who?
Tori, Tori, Tori
No.
Trades. She's awesome, and she does
Tori
nothing
and her
but
new Ferrari.
yeah,
Yeah, I heard
yeah,
about that.
yeah.
Oh.
She
I'll
I
trade
only
a
just saw
trades.
that
private
video.
Ferrari.
She only trades
Yeah.
commodities.
We
She's
all need Ferraris when we become really
Oh
good
my
at
God.
yeah.
trading.
Our meetup will be so sick.
I know, right?
We have a car meetup.
Yeah, right. But Eileen, by then I'll get that boat and we'll go from the
I
Ferrari
know.
to the boat.
Boat, Francine. I need your boat.
Well, yeah, so here the gold is basically again 1 hour levels, mark the levels, and then I follow a lot like well, you have the fib as well that you can draw the fib from like here to here. And if you draw the fib from here to here, here is about 50, which, it'll be like the point where you start kind of like going up again. But we've been consolidating on this, 50% kind of level right here. But now we're starting to break out. So we plateaued here. I'm waiting, basically break and retest of this 1 hour level to go higher. So what I would do is I did not enter on this one because that's an immediate retest. And I find that with swings you gotta be very careful, right? For one, the immediate retests, they don't work as well when you're going up. So I was waiting for like a good retest with displacement right here, which we didn't have, we just broke up. So now I'm just waiting for a good retest here, and you just enter for a swing, let's say if you entered here. So here also your risk will be too high because you have to go all the way down to this wick, this huge wick. So that's not a great trade, but you basically just go like, to like a 2R or to the next level, which in this case, you go back here, you have like this pivot here. You always look for those double candles with futures, like one marking the 1 hour levels, like another right here, another pivot right here, which coincides with this one right here too. Yeah, so, like I'm waiting for a retest here. And I'll probably, how many is, this is not, yeah, this is like almost a 2R. So that would be like a good swing trade if we can retest here.
Does it have a good return if you trade gold?
Yeah, so what I've been calculating, because again, I haven't taken the real-time trades yet, but this is the micro gold. If you
Mm-hmm.
trade gold futures, they're very expensive, like the ES, but you can trade micro gold. And like the risk will be about 250 to 300 to make, double of that.
Yeah. Cool.
Yeah, that's cool.
But the good thing with gold is that it goes up most of the
Yeah.
time.
It's going to hold its level. It's not
So-
going to wick down.
Yeah.
And it trades really well. Gold doesn't have a lot of like, like the way gold moves is more.
Like those
I
long
find it-
wicks that kill you.
Yeah, I find it more predictable,
Then, yeah. That's cool. Like looking into that.
Mm-hmm.
Hmm.
Yeah, I'm going to have to start doing it and just have a different trading view window open on another monitor.
Yeah.
And do it in the
And
sim.
because it's 24 hours, right? So you can,
Almost. Yeah.
right, you can
It's only
look,
closed on Saturdays, really.
right, you can
So
look at
gold
to
moves
learn.
well, like after around 8 o'clock. You can
Mhm.
actually, like what I was doing before, I was taking trades. Let's say you have like this 1 hour,
Mm-hmm.
right? I would mark that 1 hour order clock. And then if it broke and retest the order block at 8 o'clock, I would take a trade. And it was like very high percentage of winning. Because gold does move like around 8 p.m. Or later, sometimes even like 1 a.m., 2 a.m. it moves. Now the ES, it really follows like it's you're not gonna get any trades outside of market hours.
Yeah, most volatility.
Mm-hmm.
Any other questions for Francine?
No, it's cool. Thank you
I
for
know,
You're
yeah.
showing us
welcome.
that. Yeah, I'm going to play with it for sure.
Now it's Dawn's time.
Dawn,
My turn.
You
Okay.
it.
thank you, Francine.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
All right, Dawn.
Yeah, I
Oh,
just, Francine,
share.
you'll have to stop sharing and then
Yeah,
you.
you have to stop sharing.
Oh, okay, hold on. How do I stop sharing?
Should be in the upper of the screen. There should be a stop share, like a little banner.
It's no
Oh,
screen.
Dawn, you could just click on share and then share.
Oh, will it bumper out?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, just kick me out.
All right, you're kicked out.
There.
Okay. Actually, yeah, no, this is fine. I'll go through this. Okay, so I will have the same disclaimer that Francine has. One, this is my own style, so I don't know how well I'm going to be able to explain to you guys how and why I do things. But some of this is based on small cap training. And I didn't realize how ingrained that really was in me until I actually started just trading how I like to trade, which is momentum. And small caps are very different. Obviously, they just move really quick. They're very aggressive, and you get in and you get out. It's like no, it's not like a retest or anything like that. It's not the same type of strategy. So there hasn't been a lot of reversions that I've played, and PLTR is really the one I know the best. So it's the only one I can say I'm comfortable taking no matter what. The rest of them I just haven't really played with very much. I think the cues are pretty good, but again, I haven't played it very often. So it's pretty simple for me when it comes to these reversions. So we'll go back to Tuesday of last week, and yeah, no, I did not take this trade. I had a shitty week anyway, like everybody else, I think. But I totally missed every reversion play because I was focused only on BNRs, and those didn't pay for shit at all this week. So I was kicking myself. So usually, if it's just kind of consolidating pre-market like this, or it has a nice drift down, what I'll do is wait for the first opening candle, 1 minute. I
I
will.
don't see your screen. Do you guys see her
Oh, you
screen?
don't?
I
I
see
see it.
it.
Why
Oh,
don't I?
how will Francine see it?
Oh, is it because she's still sharing?
Because she was still sharing.
All right, let me stop share real quick. Yeah,
Right.
it
Uh,
shows you
no,
shared
hold on. Let,
instead.
let me get off my shadow. Oh
So
my God. I'm so retarded with Zoom.
you're so
Um,
you're so funny.
There you go. You're not. I have my moments with many things.
Did I stop sharing?
Yes,
Yes,
you did.
yes.
Oh, I don't even know how, but okay, good.
Very nice. Okay.
Let
Let
me,
me
oh, I know. Let me remove her spotlight. Hang on. There. That's probably gonna make a lot more sense. So
Okay.
now you can share, Don.
Can you see it now?
It's loading.
Oh, yes, I see it.
There.
There we
Okay.
go. Okay.
Okay.
Okay. Well, you already got the caveat. I know I don't have to re-explain that. So when it comes to the reversion stuff, really, I'm just looking for two things. And I try to keep it simple and not overcomplicate it. Is there like consolidation at pre-market, or is there a drift down? Like, is it coming down? And with PLTR and many stocks, they have like this range. This is like the average daily range. And I'm showing you this now, but I'm the worst at following my own rule here, but this is actually important. So if it comes down like it closed, oh, let's say 131-ish the day before, and it opens, down here in the 120s, 130s, how far off from the average daily range is that? And is there a discrepancy between the two? So that is one thing I like to see. And then the drift down, and I just look at what the opening print candle is going to show. Lots of selling, lots of selling. And if I see a candle like this one, this big engulfing guy, and it overshadows this one, I'm entering on this one. I'm super aggressive
Oh, oh, wow.
Right. Don,
because
did you mention your indicator? I'm sorry, I stepped
which one?
your ribbon. Did you tell people about your ribbon?
Oh, it's just a 920 EMA cross.
Okay, there.
Um, yeah, I mean, I don't use that as gospel, but if it does close above it, obviously that's nice. But really what I want is this engulfing. And I will get in on this next candle because what makes it comfortable for me is just knowing where I'm going to stop, which is usually really here. And I am tight. I'm not going to let it go all the way down here. Like Francine
Mm-hmm.
said, I don't wait for candle closure. If this thing is going to work, it's going to work quick.
Right, because it's momentum.
And that doesn't mean I'm going to close it within 2 candles or whatever. I draw my little trend line, try to connect, as much as I can. And sometimes I'll just sort of move it. And then I don't really set a target the same way you do for BNR, 2 to 1. I might start with 2. And then if it's holding, I'm just going to keep going. And I'm not sure if you do this, Francine, but there's another girl that trades futures. I should send you her videos. She's really good. And she does it on TradingView too.
Mm-hmm.
And she just sits and keeps moving her stop and just goes up and up and up and up. And so I do the same thing. So if it's working in my favor, I'll move this up and then move my target down.
Yeah, I move my stop too. Yeah.
Smart. Yeah.
If I'm like a 2R, I'll move my stop to break even.
Yep. And that's exactly what I do. So if this thing, I'll move this up and I know this is where I'm going to stop. And then I just wait for some either major volume push. And then I also watch volume down at the bottom. I know not everybody does. If I start to see, my little stupid thing is going to highlight over it, but if these little candles are becoming smaller and smaller and smaller, the volume is drying up, I'm going to sell it on the next push, no matter what. I'm just going to be out of it because these will roll as quick as they run up, just like it did here.
That's very interesting. I never look at volume or the what is it that you look at the beginning? You said the
Oh, the average daily range.
average. Oh, it wasn't the average daily range.
Yeah.
What do you look for in the average daily range?
Well, right here, it just shows you how much the stock moves on average, right? So 375. And I set this to last 10 days because it's been kind of a shit show with trading. As you know, there's no real continuity and it's really rangy. And this is how I trade rangy stuff. Like most people wouldn't trade PLTR right now. There's no breakout, there's no anything. It's just sitting here in this pattern. But I can always try to find something because I'm getting used to it. So with the daily range, if it's, come from the day before and it's down already $3.50 or so, and this opening print is still continuing to kind of flush down, but if this next candle pushes up with this kind of volume, then I'm in on the next candle if it's opening green.
Oh,
I'm just jumping. I'm super aggressive with these, so it is very, very different than a BNR. But like I was saying, and I think it's similar to you with futures. I know where my stop is. And as long as
right.
I know that if it breaks this structure right here,
Yeah,
then I'm out. And I'm like you, I don't wait for candle closures because I can get eaten alive in a reversion when it comes to those.
right.
So they move quick. They're gonna do what they're gonna do pretty quick. The
Is there
last
any specific market conditions for this, or as long as it dropped from the day before?
Yeah, that's a really good question. I think, yeah, as long as there's a drop or a drift down, that kind of shows lots of sellers, and it's just more of an exhaustion play. It's very similar to what you were saying.
Uh-huh.
It eventually that the sellers dry up and then the buyers come in volume to try to push the shorts out. Doesn't mean they win, but in a very short period of time,
So
there's a
let me
lot of
ask you a
volume.
question, Don. So you have this red candle, right? So you're waiting for the green
one.
engulfing candle.
Mhm.
So you enter once this green engulfing candle fully closes
Yeah, right. I'll enter on this one.
on the second candle.
Yeah, because it's starting. Now, I'm saying that in theory. I also have moments where I am so confident in it. I am in it like here. Because again, I know my stop.
Right.
So as
Right.
long as I know my risk, I am by far more comfortable. I don't need to see it come back down here and retest for a run up because it's not that kind of a play to me. But
Okay.
generally, for you, if you guys were to attempt it, I would say yes. This next candle is a confirming candle. It has no bottoming wick. The buyers are just owning this.
And you absolutely have to have that red candle, and so it's the red candle to begin with, and then the green
Well,
engulfing.
it not necessarily, because it's not always, one big selling candle like this. So this is on Tuesday. I believe it happened again on Wednesday.
Look at the 18th, Dawn. That probably would
This is it.
show.
Yeah, the 18th is the best
The
one.
18th is your best one because we're so used to Dawn. Gabby and I are so used to Dawn's play that when we see it, we are like, "Did you take the play? Did you take the play?" And this is it. Like the 18th would be
Yeah,
one of those where
this is
it digs deep and then it explodes above that 9 EMA.
yeah,
Mhm.
yeah. Once
Hey,
it
Don,
reaches,
I used to trade SPX exactly like this.
yeah.
Yeah, it's
Eh,
right at the beginning.
SPX is amazing.
Yeah.
I
Yeah,
love
yeah,
So, but
SPX.
I
I have
know.
I'm back testing SPX now from November
Oh my
because I'm
God.
looking for these things.
what is XPX?
It's a
It,
SPY, but 10 times leveraged.
Oh,
Oh, I mean
it
SPY, not SPX. SPY.
well, Spy and SPX are really the same. They're
They're
just
the
the
same,
leverage is
yeah.
different.
Right.
The
Yeah.
leverage is higher. Hmm.
We traded, there was a guy that had an SPX strategy that he taught us, and it was freaking brilliant, where he would buy contracts really far out. They had to be $1 or $1.20 max. So it's pretty far out of the money, whichever way you're going, so that your risk was pretty capped. And you would just catch the same types of moves that Francine was showing. And man, they would pay, even at $1. It's amazing how they move if it goes in your
Mhm.
direction.
Dawn, I was watching I remember we discussed this before. One of the SMB Capital's videos on how to make $200 a day. And this was, now that I think about it, this is a similar technique where they're watching for that impulsive move uh, above or below the 9 EMA, and then they don't stop until it gives you a reason to stop, which is going
Right.
to be
A
right
cross of it.
there,
Yep.
right? That is,
Yep.
when there is a cross, that is when you exit. But
Mhm.
their thing is you have to ride that hole from that impulsive entry up to the top of that
Yeah.
until or with a little bit more aggressive is when they see that red ribbon. And I'm like, oh my gosh. So
Yeah, I wouldn't
you
be that
get that
aggressive.
whole move
Yeah.
because
Yeah.
it is and then pre-market there has to be a volume and a 3%. He said something about a 3% change, and then that is when you enter, which is, yeah, that's gonna print you money.
Yeah. Yeah. So this one, like, see, there's no drift down. So, I mean, really, honestly, most of the things that I'd be looking for wouldn't be present, except I
yeah,
still,
that's what I was looking to. There's no
yeah,
drip down.
it doesn't have any of the drift down. It's really not breaking, the ADR, the daily range. It's not really breaking there, but I would still take it myself. I would probably just draw this little range. And I did miss this one because, again, I was in some BNR trade on NVIDIA or something. I don't know. Because I've been trying to focus on those, and really I should just stick with what I'm good at.
I don't
Um,
like trading Nvidia. Nvidia is not like it. I think it like used to be good, but lately it's so like I
oh, it
don't think
doesn't,
it has
Yeah.
like very good moves.
It
no,
can't
It
break
goes
off.
and then it stops.
It's in a range until it's so
and
hard to
even
find
then, the options just are
continuation.
paying awful. And I think it, like you were saying, Eileen, it's because they have the 0 day now.
Yeah.
And that's crazy that they don't pay at all. They don't even do anything when they move. So it's just a waste of a move. So I was in NVIDIA when this happened. and I can't, focus on two at the same time. So I was kicking myself. And this one I would get in here. I would just look for the impulsive candle. Sometimes I have moments where I'm stupid and get in way too early, and I'm really trying to work on that. So what I'm looking for is a lot of these wicks. I don't like wicks up or down. I want a body candle. So I'm really trying to focus on not having, this whipsaw stuff that I keep getting caught in.
Look
So
at
for
the
me,
19th too, Don. Look at the
yeah, I have marked the
19th. That
19th.
is also another one
Yep, this is another one. And this one
of,
had the drift
of
down,
Yeah.
Palantir. Mm-hmm.
and it had a nice sell-off candle. And this doji is always good, and this one is decent, but this is the one I would enter on. And then my stop would just be down here.
Because even if you enter at 9, like if you want to be above that EMA,
Oh, up
which
here.
yeah,
Yeah,
which would be 942, and
that's
and
a
you
great run.
and you ride it, it's still gonna pay.
Yeah, no, it's a great run. It's a great run. I love the 9 EMA, and it's, in hindsight, I will sit and tell myself, oh yeah, I wait for the 9 EMA and all that stuff. And that's really what I should be doing. The reality is I'm just a moron sometimes in the morning, and I'm too excitable, and I'm like, "Ooh, look at the big candle. I got to get in."
Look
It's just really
at.
stupid. But in theory, yes, you're right. It should be crossing the 9 EMA. You could get in here. This is a cross and close. This is also a close. And your stop is going to be a break of that structure. I mean, it's pretty
Right.
clear.
It's so different when you like, because I back test and I'm like, my God, like I could be making so much money and I'm not. Because like in real time,
We're back, and I learned back testing from you, so I
Yep.
and I'm like,
I'm back
when you in
testing.
real time, you don't see the same way. It's
You do
crazy.
not.
You're like, is it for me or it's not? And like,
Yeah.
oh my God, and is it gonna go without me? I should enter here because it's gonna go. And then you take, an entry that is completely impulsive, and then you're like, oh fuck, I should have waited, and then
I know.
One more candle would have confirmed it, damn it. Yeah.
I remember one of my entries last week. I was like, I entered on a up close candle when I wanted it to go down, and then I waited for the old stop loss. So I'm just giving away money, and I'm like, what the hell? What am I even doing?
Oh, yes. I have so done that.
oh, when I was trading options too, that I had my stop loss, and I'm like, it's gonna go back. It's gonna go back
Just
up.
hope.
I know, and then it keeps going down,
Stupid
down,
hope.
down, and then finally I'm down so much. I'm like, fine, I sell it, and then it goes back up.
Yes. Yes.
Yes.
God, that happens so often. You just have to reward yourself for rule following. Like, it's like, okay, it's a rule.
That's why, again, going back to that spy move on Friday, that I said that was the Lord pitying me. Like, come on, like, let me just give you one, because every time it's heartbreaking. Like the trades, but yeah.
Yeah.
This is so good. I love, when, like I said, Gabby and I are so trained on Dawn's stuff that you can almost see it if it's just on your screen, because it does cross that EMA line, and like, oh, get in, she
Yeah.
will get in. We won't.
Yeah.
I won't get in. I'd be in a different trade, but you'll see. And Palantir has those
Yeah.
pull back to long.
It
Like,
almost does this religiously on pre-market
mm-hmm,
low or previous
right.
day lows. Like
So
it just,
Don, why don't you just trade Palantir?
I don't know. That's a really good
That's a
question.
good question.
Because I'm an idiot. That's why.
I don't think I've taken Nvidia all week last week.
God, you're smart. I
Took
got
the
into the
stop.
mode.
Well,
I got into the
that would be
mode
a
of I have
challenge for you, Don, just to do it for 1 month. You just trade
just trade
Palantir.
Palantir.
Just
Yeah.
you're the
What
Palantir
happens?
queen. You know it.
I know. I will do that for this next week for sure. I will do that. And it will be a very hard for me to do that because I'm like squirrel, I've got 4 different things or 6 and
But maybe you can apply Francine stuff where she's just watching this one thing
oh for sure.
and and then not trade when you don't have to.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's
Yeah.
it gives me a lot more peace of mind actually. Like I feel a lot more focused only watching one thing. Um, like it's I see it better and I feel more focused. I don't like, it's just all that noise and distraction, it's
Right.
not there. And
Yeah.
yeah,
And the mental capital to watch all of them and to miss it. That's what I hate is
Oh
that,
gosh.
oh,
Yeah.
I saw that, but I didn't.
the mentors they say you should not focus on more than like three,
Mm,
four tickers.
right.
That's what they say too.
Oh, 3 is a lot for me,
It
actually.
is too much.
It's a lot. So,
Yeah, and I think all of us, I think maybe Anne, you mentioned this earlier. I could be watching the one, but it doesn't do shit all day. And then the one that I wasn't looking at skyrockets or
Yeah.
tanks.
right.
And then you miss it. And then the FOMO kicks in and you're like,
Uh-huh. Yeah, you
ah,
get FOMO from other tickers for sure.
oh yeah,
Hmm.
it's awful. It's why I don't listen to the guys trade. I don't even look at pre-market or I
I
don't
I
listen to
haven't.
Jack in the
There it
morning
is. When
anymore.
we have less than 30% hit points, we gain a +2.
Mhm. I haven't looked at the guys too. Like February, I haven't tuned in. It was, I look at the videos after. I'm like, oh,
Yeah, I do
I
too. Yeah.
happened.
I took a MU on Friday. So I
Oh,
got in, I was in profit, and then that's when they got in. But I was about to get out. And then I was like, well, they're about to get in. So I'm in a good spot, right? And then so I held my trailer and then yeah, they didn't work out well.
9,000.
I know, but
9,000.
like I said, if I wasn't on it, I would have been like, oh, you know,
You're gonna take your
uh, yeah,
Yeah.
were you at
yeah,
least break
it's
even?
oh yeah, it was just my
Okay. Okay.
trailer, but like I would have sold the trailer,
Hmm.
Right.
way before that, just because when I was exiting, that was their entry, and I was like, wait, that's weird.
Hmm.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it
you're
gives you
always
bias.
questioning yourself when you're hearing them.
Yeah,
Yes.
I didn't even know they were gonna take MU,
Yeah.
until I was my baby's crying.
I think
But,
it's very good when you're learning because you see exactly in real time, how to trade.
Right.
But after a while, it's more I think it's worse. It does more harm than it does good, once you know what you're doing.
Yeah.
I think right now, because we're kind of like at this point where you have something that can work, that you've back tested can work, it's just a matter of really getting into that. Oh, Dawn, can you look at Palantir February 4? Because that's on the downside.
Oh yeah. I love and I'm so much more aggressive when it comes to the
Yeah,
puts.
I love Palantir on the downside.
I do too.
I have a hard time understanding Dawn charts because of this thick lines. I don't know what they are, and I'm like, oh, I think she was a winning trade when you post your charts.
Oh yeah, I try to put the content, the text like where I'm in and out and
Yeah.
sometimes.
So
That's
what
a
what is this?
rhythm.
What is this shaded lines that you have? What is
This
that? Yeah.
that is the 9 EMA and the 21.
Right. The
So
9
as
and
long as it stays on
21.
the other side of this, it's a good trade. When it
Oh.
It's
crosses
it's like
over,
you're riding that wave,
it's a,
Francine.
yeah, the 9 EMA and the
Oh.
21 are two that I use religiously.
Right.
And
Oh, so the shaded areas in the between those
Right.
two
yeah, it's showing
lines.
that they're both in line. They haven't
Hmm.
crossed over. Whereas here they're
Oh,
crossing
so when
over.
it crosses over, you get out.
You get
Yeah, I
out.
usually am out long before then because I tried, I'm trying to work on the
Oh,
greed.
so it makes total sense because the crossing over is also like the break of structure.
Right. It
Right.
That's
So like right
invalidates
here.
it.
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, once it's been invalidated. And as long as I'm not going to panic here and sell it here. I would still wait and see, but more than likely I wouldn't go that long. Yeah, when it comes to shorting Palantir though, and I'm way more aggressive than
Yeah.
than the others. I don't need to see a big giant red or black body candle here. Once this one doesn't make it, this is pretty weak. This doesn't make it on this, pre-market kind of high, and it's got this top big wick. I'm pretty much in right here. And my stop would be, like right.
That's a 9-to-1 risk to reward ratio.
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
did you back test this? How did you learn to do that?
No, I don't do a lot of back testing because of market context. Like you're only looking at one stock. You don't know what SPY's doing, Q's doing. So I back test a little bit, but it's because I am more trained in small caps than I was in large caps. And I didn't like small caps, and I still don't. I can't trade them. But I did learn that momentum, and that is where I'm comfortable with the momentum.
Did you learn from what was his name?
Ross Cameron.
Yes.
Yeah.
I knew that.
Yeah. I was with him.
The way he trades is insane. I could never do that.
He's so fast, but he's amazing.
Gosh. Yeah, I try. That's how was the warrior trader.
Yeah.
I did his warrior trader program.
Yep.
And I was like, I could not trade like him like for my life. He had another guy, Mike, I think was his name.
Yeah, and I went with Mike, and that's how I learned large caps.
Yeah.
I went with Mike and was with him for a year.
Mm-hmm.
And he was great, but he's a technical trader. He's not a break and retest. He's just kind of a news and technical trader. And I couldn't understand why he was choosing what he was choosing. So I wasn't learning anything.
Isn't that the guy that was full porting?
Mike?
Yeah, didn't you say there's like no stop loss or something?
Yeah, he would go really far out, like weeks out. And then no, we wouldn't really have stop losses. He didn't trade the same way. Like he just was purely technical based on news and different things. And he's very skilled because he comes from the market maker community. He was working in hedge funds and working with all those institutions. So he knows a lot, but I didn't understand why he would choose.
It's more like swing trading, right? He would hold it and I say.
Yes, he would swing and options. So they'd be real, $12 options each. Like it's crazy.
Yeah, you need a lot more.
And I lost
more risk.
So much money because we swung an Amazon trade. We bought a 6-month out Amazon because he said to, not because there was any reason, and this is when I was still a moron and following. I bought like 6 contracts. That was about $9,000.
Oh gosh.
Which, held up a big chunk of my account. Well, it just tanked for the next 3 months.
Wow.
And all of us were like, do we cut this? And he's like, no, we don't cut it. I mean, you just hang on to it. And it's like, God, is it going to make its money back? And I ended up cutting it for like about a $6,500 loss.
It's definitely, there's some Kool-Aid drinking there, Dawn.
Yeah. Oh, it was not pleasant. And for him, he's making money on a million other trades. So it doesn't matter to him.
Doesn't matter.
Yeah.
But for me, it ties up capital and it just destroyed my head.
One trade, that's
one trade. So that is when I decided no more. And I like the BNR. And don't get me wrong, I do like it and I do use it. It's just I tend to be very much a momentum person. And rather than fight my nature and my personality, I just decided, why don't I just try it and mix all the things
that's your edge. You have to follow your edge.
And I know where my stop is. Before I didn't. I was always, like, oh, I like you. Oh, it'll turn around way up here. Rather now I just set it, and if it I mean, I wouldn't go this far, but this high. But if it breaks that kind of where I'm thinking, then I'm out of it and I can always get back in it. And that was something that's taken me years to learn, that it's okay to get back in the trade.
Yeah.
I think you're doing great, Dawn. Like I saw like your progress from before and now. And I used to post your trades. I'm like, oh wow, that's a really good trade. I think what was holding you back more was the over trading, right? Like the
For sure.
emotional part of it. But your trades are great, and I feel like you're making a lot of progress with your discipline and everything, and that's helping you a lot.
Yeah, no, thank you. Well, it is because I'm accountable to all you guys. It really helps.
Mhm.
I wasn't as good this week. I have had 2 tilts this month. I mean, my tilts are less. I trade less in tilt, but I still had 2 tilts.
Yeah.
The catalyst for I think us improving in our trades and at least knowing why we're losing, or why you're winning is first, our little small group, and then this big group where you put like this, what happened, this is it, because then you have to explain yourself. You
Yeah,
have to
yeah,
like, you can't just say, well, I took this trade because I wanted to. It's
yeah.
not, that doesn't fly in this group.
Right.
You have to say why. And, that to me is like, yeah, I mean, I'm not profitable yet, but I feel like I'm understanding a lot more. And I
Mhm.
look at all of your trades. I look at Francine's. I'm like,
Hmm.
oh, that's why she entered there. And kind of seeing Francine's personality or Anne. Like I
Yeah,
would
yeah, yeah,
see
yeah.
Anne's stuff and like, oh yeah, this is an Anne trade.
And
Like,
Anne's aggressive like I am in a
oh
And
Oh,
different
yeah,
am I?
and
way.
likes to trade meta, right, Ann?
Yeah,
yeah,
If I see the break and retest, I'm in.
yeah. And
yeah.
she balls of steel to trade
I
meta.
know.
So you know what?
Oh, I did catch that God candle on Meta.
Of course you
Did
So, but
did.
you?
it wasn't as crazy as Spy's candle, but it
That's
was good.
great. Wow.
Oh
Oh,
my God.
meta, that's a lot of money.
Yeah.
That's
Uh,
Yeah,
good.
meta pays when it
Yeah.
pays. And
Meta is like makes or breaks you.
yes,
Yeah.
yes, it does. That's why I say balls of steel. There's no in
But
between.
but you can see, right? Like when Anne
Absolutely.
puts in when like, oh, I see why she's here. And
Yep.
Gabby has her stuff too. Gabby would
Yes.
be like, oh, she's a key levels person.
Yes.
And
Yes.
she would, so
Yeah, she's
yeah,
got the key levels down really, really well. That's right. That's why I think she'd probably be really good with futures because it's really good with key levels as
yeah,
well.
she probably would. Well, this is recorded, so people will see. Um, kind of like how it is, which I love that we do this.
Yeah, one thing, and thank you for um getting us in Hayden's lesson, like the last lesson that he gave. I'm
Yes.
gonna start adopting that because like it made so much sense to me. If I'm trading with like 3 contracts, why am I trying to scale them? Because
Yeah.
Right.
you
I
know
think we all went through that.
I'm never really making too much, and then when you lose
No.
three, and then you're like making 2 contracts, and but you lost three on the other trade, so you're like, like it's just, yeah, it makes so much more sense now. I'm like excited for next week so I can sell all my contracts at you
Yeah.
are.
Yeah.
I'm
He's
like,
the
yeah.
yes,
reason
I
I'm
finally locked in
profitable.
the profit.
To me,
He's the
it's
reason.
that. It's Hayden, and then Malik saying like, "I'm just gonna do one contract. I'm just, because I'm trying to learn." And I am like, "Yeah, why am I doing all of this?" So I've been in one contract since February, like the beginning of February, and I'm just riding it. I'm just
So how
learning.
do you do, Eileen, with one? You just sell at 2R, or how
Yeah,
does
I sell it to R and I get out at my stop loss. That's all I'm doing. I
okay,
had to like
that's great.
get because I'm trying to build nerves of steel because I am like, oh, I gotta get out of here. I like, I'm a scaredy cat. And so I said, like, nothing's gonna happen to me if I don't, if I, and then there were times when it almost touched my stop loss, but it didn't close on my stop loss. I had to write it and then it recovered. So I
Hmm.
said I needed to see it because I'm a Thomas. You have to show me. You have to show me why. And so, this month has been super informative for me. And I'm just writing it. And
That's great.
I'm not making money, but Oh, I did make money. I made
You did.
$200 on Friday.
That's
Hey,
nice.
Wow.
That
That's
is
Wow.
awesome.
like a big deal, even with
That's
losses.
that's one
wow.
contract.
Even
Wait,
with,
one
Yeah.
contract?
Yeah.
yeah, on the spy, because it went up to like three.
Oh yeah, that day,
Yeah,
yes.
I was
You paid
like,
$200 for one contract. That's amazing.
and my husband was watching while it was happening. He said,
He
like,
was like, "Oh, I'm taking us shopping."
what is, he's been trying to mark his charts. He's been, because I think he's sick of me telling him about this.
Yeah.
So he's doing his thing. And
He trades too, your husband.
no, no, he's not yet. He will. I bet you he will. So, all right, you guys, we are 2 minutes to 5:30. Do we have anything else we'd like to share? Don, are you good?
Yeah, I'm good. The only thing I was going to show you, can you guys still see my screen?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
This is
Yeah.
why I like the futures thing.
Mm.
And I know you had it on yours,
Yeah,
Francine.
I love
Because
that.
you
The
can
one
put
at
your
the
buy,
bottom.
but this
Mm-hmm.
shows you how much you're gonna money wise, how much you're gonna lose based
Yeah.
on your stop.
Yeah.
And then you
Yeah.
set your profit target to, like, yeah, you probably get out at that wicking area where it drops, and
You
that's pretty
have to
slick.
be careful too, guys, if you trade the futures with those brackets. What happened to me, I have really good angels, thank God, but I didn't take my bracket for the take profit. I left it on my chart after my trade was done.
Oh,
And it was like a stop order,
Yeah.
whatever.
Yeah.
And somehow, like I had the whole weekend, something, and then I came back on Monday and I had like $600 in my account. And I'm like, how the heck do I have $600?
Because you left it.
I
because
left the
it's
order there.
Yeah. Oh my gosh, this is how I first learned. I'm gonna admit this, that how I got into this was Forex for women. And this is how they taught it. And they're like, that girl keep asking, "Do I have my edge? Do I have my edge?" And I am like, "Girl, do you know what you're doing?" Now that I know a little bit more, I am like, "Oh, I think they're just paper trading, but they were selling like courses already." So,
Uh,
but this is how it is. It's on the 4 hour candle on like this trade. And people were like making $6,000 on a paper trade that they want to do like real stuff. And that's super dangerous now that I know.
yeah.
well, and futures are no joke because you owe more than your account is worth because you're so
Mm-hmm.
margined. So
Mm.
if people do
Yeah,
not understand that you have to use hard stops, or you better be really good,
you better, yeah.
because it's
Yeah.
not just that I'm risking, I'm buying one. This is margin, this is leveraged.
Yeah.
And
Oh,
if it
and
goes
if you leave
against
the
you,
trade over the weekend, like those weekend gaps, like the next day,
oh,
it's
yeah,
like,
I
can you
know.
imagine?
no,
Yeah.
you're gonna get a margin call for $50,000, like,
Jesus.
shit, I gotta take a second out on my house now.
That's why I like Scarface, because there's like a certain time period you're sort of protected from these. You're using your own money. So there's positives and negatives. Oh, you guys,
Yes.
I have to go because
Yeah.
a tree fell in our backyard and my husband is trying to cut it down.
Okay, get a
But
chainsaw, go for it.
yeah, yeah, we have a chainsaw. Oh my gosh, it missed our house. So, all right.
Well,
Bye,
thank you,
guys.
Thank
everybody.
you.
Thank you.
Thanks, you
See you guys in
guys.
the morning.